Hey guys, it's Marie Antoinette, your Soul Activation Mentor for your Mental Health Mondays. Hey guys, I know it's really late. I know there was a few of you in Western Australia that said you were going to jump on for this live, so that'll be cool if you end up coming on board. But otherwise, everyone else can just replay it if you're already in bed, and like you should be. Other people are awake like me. Hi Lisa. Don't know what your excuse for being awake right now is, but mine is that I've been to a comedy night and I had a really good laugh. And so a lot of people know my other love, other than showing the word that mental health issues are not all what they're cracked up to be, is comedy. And I do comedy because joy is a higher vibration than love. And whoever said that love makes the world go round was wrong. It's actually joy. Just for you guys to know. So, I don't know if you've read the description of my video tonight, but my video tonight is about claircognizance. A lot of people know what clairvoyance is, but a lot of people don't know what claircognizance is, which is ironic in a sense because claircognizance is an inner knowing. And so some people don't know what that means. What that essentially means is that they don't know that they know. So claircognizance is usually the symptoms, or I don't even like using the word symptoms, the characteristics of somebody who has claircognizance is somebody who knows things that they're not supposed to know. So it might be something about a person that they don't, would not normally know. An example of that is, a real life example I'll use. When I was 17 in my first job, I remember seeing this girl walk up the stairs, and when she walked up the stairs, I just thought to myself, geez, she's pregnant. Now, she didn't look pregnant. I just had this thought of this, she's pregnant. I found out later the next day that she was pregnant. I overheard her talking and saying that she found out that she was pregnant almost just the day before. So, you know, I was true with that information. So, what I want to say about claircognizance is this. Along with every other psychic ability... Hi, Rama. Nice to see you. Oh, you were waiting for me, Lisa. That's nice. It's actually pretty cool to know that there's a few people out there who actually look forward to these videos each week and get something out of them, because it makes it more worthwhile that, you know, my message is getting out there and people are finding these videos helpful. I'll be having a YouTube channel soon, so I'll be posting that up for you guys, so you'll be able to see all of the videos I've ever done on that one channel. So that's coming up. But so what I'm talking about is the fact that we are born, you know, people say, oh, you have these gifts. I don't even like calling them gifts. They are our divine birthright. That is my belief, because I believe that we are born with these senses, but they are conditioned out of us. So, you know, we have those six senses. Children are innately intuitive. But what happens is we have that kind of removed out of us in a way that our parents don't, or adults around us don't mean to do it. It's just that it's been done to them. I'll give you an example. If a child walks into a room and both parents are arguing and they have the belief that it's not okay to argue in front of their child, the child will come in and they'll stop arguing, and the child will say, Mummy, Daddy, what's wrong? And both parents in that moment will go, nothing. What that child then learns is they have this it's called cognitive dissonance. So it's a disconnection between their mind and their heart, and it starts there. So they'll be like, oh, I had this feeling that something's wrong, but Mummy and Daddy are telling me it's not right, or that's not true. So instead of trusting their intuition or their gut feeling, they trust an outside opinion, or you know, they start to go outside of themselves for the truth, whereas the truth was within them, and they knew full well that something was wrong, but then they heard that nothing was wrong. So that's sort of like I give that example to students when I teach them, and to different people. It's a very powerful example because it shows where it all starts. So why I'm talking about claircognizance is this. I grew up with claircognizance but didn't know that I was claircognizant. as a teenager and then older, I knew, I knew what clairvoyance was, and I knew some things, but I didn't know that it was a type of ability. So not a gift, but an ability that we all have. If you don't use it, you lose it. Think about it like that. So this claircognizance or inner knowing, we often tell ourselves, oh no, I must have just made that up, or I'm not sure how I actually came up with that information, or the person must have told me that about them before. So you tend to discount things. You tend to just tell yourself, oh no, I don't know how I could have known this, or because we're conditioned to believe in the physical realms of this world, and we don't understand the non-physical realms of energy. Ironically, energy can be measured in science, and it's a science called quantum physics. And we don't hear much about it, but when you look up the science of non-physical realms, it's actually there, but it's just not mainstream. So what I'm saying is that if you look for the science, you will find the science that tells us that we actually give off energy. Our communication and words are all energy vibrations, and they all send signals, and that those signals can be read by another person. So it's not some weird gift or psychic ability to know something, perhaps about the future before it happens, to know something about another person that they haven't told you, to know, what's coming next, as in like in the next moment, to know, sometimes knowing things isn't all what it's cracked up to be. Hi Ross, E equals MC squared. Thanks for bringing the science into the comments. But it's really, I've gotten distracted now, but I'm going to try and keep my my chain of thought. I don't know what I was saying. I've absolutely lost. It's a very powerful tool to have. Thanks, Lisa. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're talking about claircognizance, but this ability to know things. Oh, that's right. Sometimes it's not a good thing. This is a bit comical for you. Sometimes it's not a good thing knowing things ahead of time, because you can ruin the endings of movies, because that happens to me a lot, being so tuned in with my gifts because I practice, well, I just said gifts, but tuned in with my abilities because I'm practicing them constantly. Again, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. I watch movies and, sometimes I tell myself, no, I can actually predict what's going to happen in the film, but sometimes I say to myself, oh, no, that's actually a bit predictable anyway. But it's not always the case, because I get things in detail sometimes about what's going to happen, and I kind of ruin the storyline for myself because I already know what's going to happen. So, what my point is with this, yeah, you should be sorry, Ross, distracting the teacher here. But my point is with this is that embracing non-physical realms and understanding them and understanding the energy stuff, instead of having all this stuff like, ooh, and having mystery and fear around these abilities, we can embrace them a little bit more and use them to our advantage. Because when we're discounting, when we're having that disconnection, that cognitive dissonance, that disconnection from our head to our heart, that is actually a contributor to poor mental health. Because if you're walking around confused and you're out of alignment, with yourself, that is actually a breeding ground for depression and anxiety and not feeling okay. So, being aligned in your thoughts and your minds and your feelings and being aligned in that sense, well, it's grounds for good emotional and mental health balance. So, what can you do with this information? You can tune in with those things, connect with those things that you think that you know about things, and investigate it. I'm always suggesting to people to keep a journal, to journal the things that within them that they feel that they know, and then later find out to be true. Because what that then does, it gives you faith in those abilities that you have, and so that you can grow on those, and so that you can start using them to your advantage. You can start not doubting yourself anymore. You can continue to have faith and be aligned in your mind, in your thoughts, and in your feelings, and then you can start trusting it. And so you can use it to your advantage. For example, if you know that there's danger ahead, or you know that something is going to happen, then you can get out of the way of that. Perfect example of that was when I was 17. I was on the dance floor with my friends, and I just felt that there was going to be danger in the spot that we were standing. So I actually moved all of my friends over a couple of meters on the dance floor. They're a little bit confused, like, why are you moving us all over here? And about 2 minutes later, a fight broke out exactly where we were dancing, and glass was thrown, and there was glass everywhere, and the people surrounding that area actually got shattered with some glass and got hurt. And my friends looked at me and said to me, Marie, how did you know that that was going to happen? Did you know? Like, that was strange. And I just said to them, well, I don't know. I just had a feeling. And, you know, at that time, I mentioned this because at that time I felt like I was weird, and I felt like I was different, and I felt like I was separate, and that I wasn't normal. And so, because that's what our society breeds. Our society breeds that anything that is different is to be suspicious or not accepted. So I challenge all of you on that. I'd like all of you to think about whether you are actually having claircognizance happening for you, and to foster it and to be able to use it in your life so that you can have better mental health. So that's my message. If you didn't catch all the video, make sure you go back to the beginning and listen to it, because it's a good one, even if I do say so myself. And happy Mental Health Monday. If you want to know anything about what I do and how I do it programs wise, and if you want to know when the the YouTube channel is coming out, private message me and I'll let you know, or I can add you to my mailing list. All right, guys, have an awesome night. Some of you should be in bed. Go to bed. Yes, Julie, this happens to me so much. Yes, it does. I'm so glad you guys relate and that you comment. So please like and comment and share this video if you think it's going to help someone. Please share it. It's a good idea. Good night, sweet dreams, Lisa. All right, see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I love having you guys here with me every week. It feels like you're in my lounge room and I'm having a party. So cool. See you guys. Bye.